Now, I'm going to link that with something which has happened just recently, a few days ago actually. An old friend of mine, the singer-songwriter Mike Johnson, who's made his home in Cardiff and Penarth and that neck of the woods for many, many years now, and has written a great deal about especially the Bay. Well, he was talking with some colleagues about the great Welsh rugby player of the 1950s, Billy Boston. At a time when black players faced prejudice, Billy's talents were ignored by Wales' national side. Subsequently, Billy was invited to go north, and in those days, once you set foot in the north, you were finished in rugby union. You were finished in Welsh rugby. You were a pariah. Well, he was offered £1,000, which was a fortune in those days. It's a long time ago. Anyway, he said no, he wouldn't do it. His mother said, go on. He said, no, I wouldn't go for less than £3,000, ma'am. She said, £3,000? You are out of your mind. Anyway, the scout came back and she said, he will go, but he wants £3,000. Well, after the scout picked himself up off the floor, the club came back with an offer matching what Billy was asking for. The next thing you knew, Billy was off to Wigan, where he was hailed as a hero, a great hero, and ended up literally beloved by the entire town. He also made his mark in Wembley, of course, in finals, and, of course, in his home city of Cardiff. I mean, everyone knew about Billy Boston, what a great rugby player he was. But in those days, you didn't question the authority. You should have done, of course. However, the silver lining in this story, and a true story it is that Billy Boston eventually got 3 statues made of him, one in Wembley, one in Wigan, and one in Cardiff Bay. And, dear listeners, I got the opportunity to interview Billy not so long ago. He was a complete gentleman. He bore no real malice at all. Disappointment, yes, in the way he was treated. But he was just an inspirational fellow. Billy, you are one of a kind. And this is a song Mike Johnson has written for you. It's performed by a local folk duo, Tanglewood, who are in fact Malcolm, or Malk, and Cynthia Charnley, well known in the folk circuit in South East Wales in particular. So, the 3 statues written by Mike Johnson in honour of Billy Boston. Let's hear it.
Wembley there's a statue, 5 kings of rugby league immortalised. One born in Tiger Bay, who went up north to play, and soon became renowned and idolised. Many times he played for Wigan and Great Britain, in Challenge Cup and Test matches and all. He played ferociously, but was always known to be humble and approachable to all. The beat of a belly dancer, the power and speed of a cannonball, a strong Welsh heart and a northern soul. Billy Boston had it all. In Belief Square Park in Wigan, there's a statue of the unofficial king of this old town. Wigan's adopted son, beloved by everyone, a gentleman and sportsman of renown. He could have done so much for Wales and Cardiff, but owing to the colour of his skin, he knew it couldn't be, so he moved reluctantly up north where he was warmly welcomed in. feet of a belly dancer, the power and speed of a cannonball, a strong Welsh heart and a northern soul. Billy Boston had it all. In Hennessy Square in Cardiff, there's a statue honouring the breakers of the code. It's taken 50 years, but at least it now appears they got the recognition they were owed. Came back to the bay for the unveiling and smiled a rueful smile at the acclaim. As Cardiff came to laud the lad they once ignored, who grew to be a legend of the game. The feet of a belly dancer, the power and speed of a cannonball, a strong Welsh heart and a northern soul. Billy Boston had it all. Yes, Billy Boston had it all.
The Three Statues, Billy Boston song, written, of course, as I say, by Mike Johnson. And you may be interested to know that 80-odd other songs are available on Facebook or YouTube if you go to @Mikey, M-I-K-E-Y, all one word, John Songs, Johnsongs. Thank you very much indeed for sending that over, Mike. And thanks again to Tanglewood for performing it. And thanks, of course, most of all, to the great Billy Boston for such a wonderful story. You are listening to A Celtic Heartbeat on BBC Radio Wales with me, Frank Hennessy. Thanks for your company. I hope you can stay with us until the end of the programme and beyond, because Beverly will be here.